Welcome to the Make Me Whole podcast. I'm your host, Josette Rosado, and it's time to talk getting past what's difficult, trusting our own abilities to do more, and keeping it that way. Hey there, and welcome back. I've been focusing a lot on things we can stop doing that have been blocking us from moving forward and towards the things we really want to get to. And thought about this week and what I wanted to bring to the table. Procrastination kept popping up in my mind because, boy, am I a queen of procrastination. I can wait till the ultimate last minute to get something done. And then I'm stressed out and I don't know why I waited so long. And I'm kicking myself for having just not focused the way I think I needed to. Sound familiar? Well, as you guys know, I love to follow different people, and sticking with Mel Robbins, who has really been speaking to me, she talked a lot about procrastination and one of her very great techniques in moving forward. And so I thought I'd share it with you this week. First of all, I do want to say that, we define procrastination as some pretty negative stuff. We'll say that it's that we're avoiding getting something done or we're lazy. Procrastination exists as one of our coping mechanisms. It's actually in our system to help us deal with stress. This is why we get stuck in that behavior of procrastination, because the less we have to deal with the thing we think is going to stress us out, the better we feel, if that even makes sense. So, if you're thinking, well, okay, I just really have to motivate myself to get out of the habit of this procrastination, I just have to be more focused, that oftentimes doesn't work. I hate to break it to you. One technique that people have used to try to get rid of these habits is to kind of set rewards for themselves and hoping that they can get into a new habit by reward reinforcement. Sometimes that works, but it's hard for us to set up rewards that are just for ourselves because it's not as satisfying once we get there. And so Mel Robbins believed that we needed something kind of quick, foolproof, just really short to cut the nonsense out. She uses what's called the 5-second rule. Now, I'm not just going to say she uses it, but I have found myself practicing it very often, especially for reasons that I'll explain. See, this 5-second rule, it doesn't wait for you to be motivated or wait for there to be a reward attached. It actually stops what you're thinking so that you can break the habit that you've been letting take control and which is stopping your progress. All right. So what's involved with this 5-second rule? First of all, if you think about your decision-making process, right? Sometimes we make a lot of our decisions based on how we feel. But if we focus on what Mel Robbins is saying, we use things like procrastination to replace feelings with an action, not with other feelings. So the 5-second rule, in its simplicity, is taking us to immediate action, and it ignores feelings. And that forces us to start whatever it is we've been putting off. What's this black magic I'm speaking of, right? Well, I'm not just speaking out the side of my face. You can actually go to YouTube and watch her TED Talk about things about the 5-second rule. Also, she has a book. But here's the rule in its simplest form. When you already know what you truly want to do and move forward in life, and you know it's time to do it, don't give yourself the time to decide how you feel about doing it. When the moment comes, You have to count backwards from 5. And when you hit 0, you begin. You don't think about it. You don't question it. You don't feel. You just begin. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, boom. You're going in the exact opposite direction your brain is expecting you to go in. So it makes an unfamiliar response that you're going to have. It's going to get you out of the habit. Counting backwards also means that once you hit 0, it's like blast off. And then so the short countdown from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 doesn't give you any time to start feeling, and instead puts you in the role of doing. It's almost like you have no time to have that conversation. The one that tells you, well, should I really do this? I don't know. I have so many other things to do. And if I do this, and it's going to say, nope, nope. All of that is thrown out the window. You don't have that space to argue with yourself. You get the countdown going. There's no question. You hit 0 and you take off. So I want to give 2 examples of how this could work. When you're in your bed early in the morning, the alarm goes off, and you decide, I'm going to hit that snooze button. And while you're trying to doze back to sleep, you're thinking, well, I did say I was going to get up early so that I could do some exercise before the kids get up. Well, I did say I was going to get up early because I promised to make breakfast for myself so I wouldn't go to work hungry. But that snooze button is your saving grace, and back to sleep you go. The 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, then do it, practice, doesn't give you that time to hit the snooze button. Alarm goes off, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, out of the bed. No excuses, no conversations in your head. You're just doing it. So another example would be, here's my list of chores I want to get done in my home. I hate cleaning the bathroom. I hate it vehemently. Like, can we just talk about that for a second? I don't like cleaning the bathroom. I don't know why. It's just not my thing. But 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and I'm cleaning that bathroom. Oh, and one more thing. It's not a situation where you have to like what you're doing. I didn't say that at all. It's not as if I'm saying, hey, guess what? You're going to count 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you're going to be so excited to get this stuff done. No, I'm talking about 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let me get it off my list. And you may hate it 500 times out of 1,000. Now, again, I did say we were going to talk about why we need this habit breaking activity to deal with our procrastination. When we procrastinate, it's usually because we want that proof that if we do this, it's going to turn out good. We oftentimes are afraid to begin things without being reassured, but we know that life doesn't work that way anyway. I mean, if you want to have success, you got to be in the game. What we need is like a tool for reevaluating what our physical experience is so that our minds interpret it as a moving force rather than one that stops us. When we make that decision to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, do it, it builds our confidence. And when we build that confidence, it's really an act of courage on our part, which is the proof that we need, that we're capable and we're strong. So what do you think? Would you be willing to try the 5-second rule? Try not to put it off like we do so many other things, because you have the ability to get what you need done. It just takes a little time breaking habits and setting ourselves in the right direction. Thank you so much for your continued support and listening to the podcast. Don't forget to reach out to me on email at makemewhole@barbaraclub.com. bossesofbliss.com. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram at Bosses of Bliss and on TikTok at Blissful Boss. Remember, complain less and do more. I'll see you next time.